we've seen OpenAI use the gyro very, very well. So Team Human taking that hero away from them and taking it into their own hands. And it does seem to be, of course, in terms of Dotas we're used to see, not a popular hero. But in games that are sort of lasting 10 to 20 minutes, this hero is a fantastic brawler.
Yeah, and what's kind of interesting is that in the current meta, in the up-to-date right now meta in Dota 2, Gyro is actually out of the meta. He's not very popular. He doesn't do as well at level 1 generally, but in this patch he just seems really good, and he was very good at this point, just coming off a very slight nerf to some of his talents, so that probably won't make a big difference. But laning stage-wise, he's got Rocket Barrage for lots of damage, he's got Flat Cannon for AoE, he's got Homing Missile to set up disables, and a lot of times that seems like all you need. You just need that one disable to allow your other allies to follow up and guarantee kill.
All right, so Lich, the second pick here for humans, and now, of course, we do need another suggestion for what we want to see OpenAI play.
Are they coordinating? They're all saying the same
I'm
thing?
hearing a lot of axes. I mean,
What,
but we'll
really?
see what the
That's I heard Sven. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
you hear it, Sven? I mean,
Can we get another round? Come on.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh.
Yeah, you're way off.
That's
right?
a lot of Sven.
Yeah,
But
what's
chat wants to go axe.
Ooh,
I mean, the
that's a hard
people here are
question.
scarier because they're near me. So we're going to go with the crowd here. We'll get the Sven.
Okay.
Oh, we could get both, actually. Do we want to stay with axe? Yeah. Okay. We could get the Twitch chats. Well, we'll get the axe in as well. We'll do both of them. Because we're feeling
It's going to be a
nice.
very good 5 melee lineup, I think. Sven actually one of the heroes that really is hurt by recent buffs, actually. In the next 2 patches, he got some huge laning stage buffs. His Stormhammer is way less mana. His Cleave is better at level 1. His base damage is increased. Not right now, though. This is going to be Sven in the dumpster, more so to speak. So humans are up next.
So what do we got left? Let's show 'em.
Anything?
I mean, the Lion feels really good, or is that just because we're seeing OpenAI use it?
Lion,
Is this
Lion
hero-
is good if you need disabled. I think he's good this game because of Slark.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hex him. That's going to go through and prevent even his dark pack from debuffing it. But do you need that when there's other options? Like Lion is weaker as a laner than a CM is, for example. CM does more damage, gives everybody on the team mana. That feels more useful to me. But Lion in the mid and late game far better against a hero like against Slark. But again, we're playing something different. We're playing OpenAI 5, and the meta is different. My general viewpoint right now is that nukes are better right now. So I would say that CM seems better than Lion to me.
Okay.
But Lion's not bad.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're listening to you, but they seem to be on the very much the same level. They do get the Lion in. They will be able to grab it here, Team Human, and we'll see now what they want to claim as the 4th pick
what do you
to
think?
match up with it.
They got 2 supports right now. They got 1 core. They got lots of places to go.
I do feel, even though the Death Prophet didn't have a good time last game, I mean, I sort of have to go with what I saw OpenAI play well. The Death Prophet or the Sniper, I feel.
That's a really good point. Death Prophet would be good just because Spirit Siphon works better against heroes that are close to you. It's all melees,
Yes.
all heroes with high HP.
Yes.
Razor could work really well also. What better way to win a 1v1? This is where Razor's supposed to do well, is you just sap damage from your opponent. If they can get Razor in a true 1v1, that's an abusive matchup. Well, that said, if he has to be against a tri-lane, that might not be good either. But still, it's 3 melees, right?
It is. You want to try and punish that somehow, and Razor could very well be the hero. But they'll go with the Death Prophet.
Okay.
So
safer.
Absolutely, and we've seen this hero have good success in the OpenAI hands. But now we're back to OpenAI, the 4th pick. Any suggestions? Quap. I'm hearing a lot of quaps.
You guys picking 5 cores? Is that what's happening?
I mean, I like the 5 cores.
You guys gimping the show match
So
here?
what have we got? The chat. A lot of people in the chat saying Ricky. We've got Ricky and Quap sort of split between the 2. We have got 2. Should we just grab those 2 as the final 2? We got Ricky and Quap. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Right,
right.
we'll get Ricky and Quap in. There we go. Everybody's happy.
What a lineup.
What a lineup. So I guess the Ricky can sort of fall back and play as the support. You then you have 4 cores.
Yes, he will be playing a support. He's going to want to probably harass and zone Lion and Lich, most likely. And I think Axe is potentially pretty good this game. Can cut creep waves. He's got AoE wave clear. Slark is a terrible hero. I don't think he's going to work out very well. And I think Quap needs items before she comes online. Like, she can use Dagger to harass a lot. I think that is one really good thing about her hero. And maybe she'll use Blink in a lot of interesting ways too. But getting up to like Scream of Pain, that takes a lot of levels, and if you're behind, that can be hard to do sometimes. So I'm not sold on Quap being good either.
I mean, overall, how much do you think we've sort of hindered OpenAI here? How bad is this lineup?
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Sven takes items to snowball. Maybe he's going to play. Maybe it's support Sven. That could actually be the genuine way to do it. But either way, still a lot of melee heroes. A lot of heroes that need some items to come online to be useful. A lot of those, actually. And on the other side, they have lane advantage. They have matchup advantages that look okay. If OpenAI put like Quap mid against Death Prophet, then their other lanes suffer more. So there's a lot of hard decisions to make here.
Well, we'll see what Team Human want to grab as their 5th and final pick. Still looking for that 3rd core hero. Most likely to be Moon's hero on the off lane. Shaker is still there, and with all the melee heroes, Shaker could still be nice, right?
And they go for
But they go with the Necrophos. We saw him bring that out in another game. And,
Ooh.
Wait, so that...
Yes.
OpenAI says there's a 2.9% chance that OpenAI is going to win.
Yeah, they think
they're scared.
Let's draft
that is, I mean, well
really
then
bad.
everybody, you guys have done it here.
And look at those
you guys
numbers.
and girls have
look
done
at
it.
the numbers across the bat. Up top. Opening Slark,
Yeah.
they think they're already behind, 32%. Then it's a Sven, 26, down to Axe, it's over, 13%, very low chance.
So I think we've angered OpenAI.
Yes,
quite
Ricky,
a bit
Ricky
here.
was good. That was technically a good pick. But Quap even lower. That was maybe one of the worst things. If they put like a CM there, the game is different. Maybe 30%, I'm guessing. But Quap was a good way to make this
2.9%. I didn't even know they had the capability to go that low on the numbers. We've been seeing sort of like 80s plus, 90% plus from the start of it. It's going to be very interesting to see sort of how the win probability in game develops.
So if you look at what they do well, it's grouping and pushing and taking that advantage and pushing it farther. It's entirely possible that the way that they machine learned, they developed this strategy, and they're like, this strategy is by far the best. And with the current pool of heroes, it seems like they have that figured out. And if they're forced out of that comfort zone, this is going to be the years and years of games that were just painfully bad to watch. This could be one of those, one of those small data points.
Because I imagine in terms of as we say, the years and years that the OpenAI has played, they probably not played this line.
They have played this lineup, probably.
Oh, I guess in terms of the maths,
they played a
they
lot
probably
of
have played this
They
lineup.
played all of these heroes.
They probably
for
lost
years
the
and
game
years.
when they played this lineup. Hence the 2.9%.
That's where that data point is from.
Yeah.
They've played this matchup before.
Like,
they know what the winner. It's not good. They know that.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a spectacle for us to end on here in terms of the matches. Game 3 between OpenAI and Team Human. And we have quite the lineup indeed from OpenAI turning up to the fray. We have Axe, Sven, Slark, Queen of Pain, and Ricky. And at the moment, Ricky's heading solo top, and they're looking to do some quad-core bottom lane.
So it looks semi-standard for the meta of this time period. I mean, Necrophos mid was not really done in this lineup, but I mean, Gyro in the safe lane with a line, that looks pretty solid. Lich with a Death Prophet dual lane, this was actually super standard in the meta at the time.
So worth noting as well, a bit of a sort of a change up in terms of what we may have expected from Team Human. I'm going to have Moonmeander take the DP here, to say, to the sideline and Blitz indeed. We'll be playing that Necrophos.
Oh, do you want to take a quick look at the Axe's items for me?
Oh, it's the old school.
The double stout shield.
That's the way you used to do it, wasn't it, back in the day?
It was. You got to block that damage, right? That's what they think is the way to go. Maybe he'll get level 2 and start creep cutting or something. I'm not sure.
And the question is, are we going to see much jungling kick off? With all the cores, there's only there's finite resources on the map. Once those creeps start to spawn, we may see some heavier usage and utilization of the neutrals by OpenAI, but we'll see how this goes, because at the moment they are keeping very much solid. They still want to play sort of in the same style, aggressive.
That's what it seems like.
They've got 4 heroes down here, and not 4 that you'd expect to be down here together either.
All right, Merlini's like, two games is enough. I'm lane swapping. I refuse to lane versus a quad lane. Looks like Fog is going to stick around, though, and that's going to...
Oh, look at this. They're going to get first blood. OpenAI's in, and they've got it. The BM smoke as well. OpenAI.
That was cool. So one cool thing they did there is that 3 heroes up in front were the ones that weren't very threatening, and then the Sven waited behind, ready to land the stun. So when he was the unexpected hero to run, and that's really what changed everything. But in the meantime, while they're chasing Moonmeander here, look at this. Fog is going to get full experience from the creep wave. This is actually not bad for them if they can get a couple levels. But the hard thing is there's a whole nother creep wave now. Now they know Fog is here.
Ready? The Slark looking to set up with the pounce, buying time for the rest of the team to come through. They've got the battle hunger down upon him. Well, looks like the Sven can't quite close the gap for the stun, so Moonmeander will be fine.
And he's just tanking the creeps, the double stout shield. They really want that moon kill, that's really true. But they're just sitting here killing creep waves. But in the meantime, look at this. Fog has almost got level 3 now. This was actually really beneficial. But this is what they have to do. This is what they learned. This is the best thing they can do. with this lineup is to do this like quad lane cut the creeps.
I'm going to turn towards Fogged again. They want to put a stop to, as you say, him sapping up the XP and farm hit. They'll find the stun, but Fogged able to keep himself actually the right side of the creeps, so they can't quite get around. They will find a route through the jungle, and they do have eyes on Fogged. He'll turn again with the 2-man stun, but he has been surrounded, as OpenAI should be able to bring down him once again.
Almost gets level 3 before his death. And the nice thing about this is that running in the trees was actually really helpful. When the stun hit, there was a melee creep blocking the way, so they couldn't even dive after him. He can actually just stand there, and like if there's only one pathway, it takes him way longer to get these kills. In the previous matches, that dive would have been instant. That guy would die with right clicks. Completely different game so far.
And interesting as well, we've seen sort of the Ricky from OpenAI. It's moved a bit between the middle and the top lane. He's come back towards mid where he's sort of settled upon. This does mean, of course, the top lane entirely free for Merlini and Capitalist. They are now going to move. As Merlini, he's got that level 2, he's nearing level 3. He now wants to maybe try and get involved in the fights and punish these low-level OpenAI heroes. They find the stun, Rocket Barrage onto the axe. Merlini with the rotation will find one, but they're losing Moon. Moon getting jumped upon. He is going to fall as they'll get the final right-click in. Fog finds the Hex onto the Slark. Ben Wu continues to chase down another. They'll find the Quap. Cap gets surrounded. Ben a little low on mana. He does still have a Mango to pop, and he'll look to chase down the Sven. Pops the Mango. Rocket Barrage back up in a second. He's ready to go for another round as Ben finds the triple kill. With that rotation, they also get the Ricky. It's Team
Really nice
Human.
Move. Cap there, man fought the Ricky and popped a salve in between. It ended up being interrupted, but it bought him enough time for Fog to secure that kill. So really good trade so far. I mean, they're playing against terrible heroes, but man, they're taking it, keeping it even at least.
And we're seeing sort of, the sort of the lanes sort of change up now. OpenAI feel the aggressiveness not really working out this time round. As we'll see them, they'll change sort of their focus as they head up towards top. Ricky joining forces with Axe. They are looking for a bit of a wraparound, a aggressive blinking as they find the setup there with the smoke. OpenAI get one pick off onto Moon. And the Capitalist left alone. They'll surround him in the tree line. He's got the Frost Armor, still ticking down to the Battle Hunger, as they'll block him in, and will find a second kill for the Quap. Fogged, gets stunned, and that's going to give the chance for the Quap to blink out, as now Fogged, he's going to feed as well, as that'll be 3 heroes going down by the humans on this top lane. Not even going for the right click there, knowing that he'll die to the Battle Hunger.
All right, they're making it work here. Axe is going to tank the creep wave. They're doing fine there. Blitz also cutting creep wave in the mid lane. This is something they were a little curious how the bots would react to this. And so far,
look at that as well. Instant TP out from the Sven. As soon as he sees Ben TP into the lane on the gyro, he's out of there.
but he cuts the creep wave. He's going to off heal up at least part of the damage that he took. And now Slark is forced to tank under the tower. But this guy's actually doing okay. He's 1-0-2 as a quad lane Slark. That's not bad. I almost wonder if he should be contesting the last hits a little bit more, because Slark is basically just getting free farm under the tower. And yes, Blitz can cut it, but he's got a stout shield, so he's offsetting all the damage.
He's getting a chance to catch up as well in that experience. After they had sort of the slow start, of course, in XP, despite, just due to the fact that they had such heavy numbers of their team down on the bottom lane, OpenAI. And catching up in experience. Going to see Runes, as Moon is able to take it away there from OpenAI.
They can maybe catch the Slark here, though. Don't want to.
With a Rocket Barrage, Silence is down, but Slark's gone. Okay. Another kill for Ben Wu.
He actually tried to salve there during Rocket Barrage, so bot's making a pretty critical mistake, so that 100 gold left. He did a nice job pulling the creep wave, though. Pulling the creep left meant that they could hit the tower with that overwhelming hero advantage. So it does seem like they have some things that they can do if they don't have the right hero matchups. Commander a little in trouble bottom.
Straight up stun. A nice reaction though from Fogged. Actually getting the setup on back onto the two of them, but there's the jump in from Slark. Finds the kill. Seven will go down. So they'll find the 1-for-1 trade.
The Quap's actually maxing Shadow Strike. It's a pretty good move. Just throwing it in at the right time. Interesting so far. This tower's almost dead though. If they get the deny, I think that would be huge.
It's deniable at the moment.
Okay, they're going to be able to get it. Alright, that's big. 2k gold advantage for the humans right now.
I want to check out the win probability. What are we seeing this time around? We are still 90%. Did shoot up quite harshly, as we can see, after the 2.9% start off, but it's not 94. They are certainly accepting the fact that there is that slight lead at the moment for Team Human.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's mid lane. Team Human looking to take their first tier 1 tower.
Benmu griefing Blitz by preventing him from getting the last hit there. The Battle Hunger active, but they are going to take their tower. It's been a while since I saw humans take a tower, guys. That's a good accomplishment.
Bottom lane though, Cap will find him. Snark and the Queen of Pain. They need to come in, not quite having the 6 yet, of course. He's level 5.5.
He knows what to say. That'll get under the skin, I'm sure.
Radiant's top tower is under
So it
attack.
does look like the Sven is farming this game. He's picked up Boots of Speed, looking like he's going to head for Treads. He's maxing out Cleave second. He's having fun with that. There are so many sentries around here. And they're going to go for Blitz.
There we go. Got the Ghost Shroud. Will get called. Still Ghost Shroud keeping him safe at the moment. Fog coming in with a wraparound. Whiffs the stun though. Doesn't catch anyone. It looks like it's enough to sort of push them back from Blitz. Blitz will be fine. Get the blast onto the Sven. He'll get one more stun out. Has been Hex. The tower beating down into him. Is there any way he can survive? There is not. They'll get the Sven. Punish that overextension there from OpenAI. Drop a sentry down there. Sentry placement from Cap. Will set up onto the Ricky, but he goes for the TP out. Is he actually going to make it? He is. OpenAI there with the straight Ricky TP. As he is straight out of there.
So things are working out pretty good for the humans, but it's not going super well. I mean, the win probability is going better. I mean, Moon Meander is really shut down. He's like the one hero that's getting it this game. But good levels on the humans as a whole. Level 8 on Blitz. He's queuing up a Radiance, actually. Interesting item pick. It's not an unusual item for Necro in the first place. He's up against a lot of melee heroes, so he should be able to stand near his enemies and do a lot of damage. I think this is the right pickup. I'm also not sure if the bots had any experience playing against Radiance Necro themselves, so we could see something wacky here if the guides that they were based on didn't quite have every item in situational. The smoke cloud to slow things down for the Ricky.
Bottom is missing.
Radiant's
See the
middle
axe.
tower is under
Should be
attack.
fine.
He just did that for movement speed, essentially. It was a good usage. They're still cutting creep waves really well. Sven popping ulti.
Yeah, just looking to speed up the push as much as he can at the moment.
Missing.
I mean, this is basically what they need to do. If they can't take a fight, what they need to do is split push, and they're doing that really efficiently. Sven, in some ways, is kind of working out
is
here.
under attack.
Ooh, damn. Mistake here.
Yeah, Fog tried to set up with the stun, but he immediately gets turned upon. He does have the stick charges, but the calls there from OpenAI on the axe. Have they got quite enough? They do. They'll bring down Fogs. Quick sound from the axe will keep himself safe from the tower hits as he's out of there, and that's 9 minutes in. OpenAI taking another tier 1 tower and a kill.
Moon's still being pressured. Slark's getting ahead here. But if he picks up level 6 and he starts rotating around with these pushes, it should be good for the humans. But he's the one that needs to stabilize a bit. I mean, there's a big timing window coming up, basically. Before Radiance is finished on Necrophos, this hero was far worse. But once he finishes it, the game kind of changes in a big way. Because he can stand in the middle of his enemy team, and if he just stays alive, over the course of maybe 10 seconds of the team fight, you're going to see enemy heroes dying really quickly. So the humans just need to kind of keep this even for the next like 5 to 10 minutes until the Radiance is up. And then they should be able to win team fights convincingly. Bounty runes are up. It's going to go better for the bots. So.
They're going to be able to get 3 of them. Looks of it. Bottom 2 claimed, and the top one. Hierarchy now sitting at that level 6 as well. Tricks the tray ready. Ready to see as well. We're going to be interested to see how well the Queen of Pain utilizes the Sonic Wave, because this spray has a very long cooldown.
Yeah,
and it can be whiffed. Bottom lane. Diving in onto Moon. TP's coming in from Team Human. Is it going to be in time to save him? He got a Siphon out. He's still alive for now, the stun, but it won't save him. The final world gets the kill, and the BM is there from Axe. The finger from Fog finds the return play onto Slark. Sven TPing out just in time underneath the tower, and so will the Axe. Gets away. Another 1-for-1 trade.
Ultimately, not terrible, I guess. Pretty even on both sides. Not much to talk about there. I mean, technically it's a support for core. I guess it's core for core. Death Prophet died. But Slark did finish his follow-up items. He's got the Aquila finish.
See the co-op coming down towards the top lane. He does now have that Sonic Wave.
That was really fast.
So we'll see how they want to play this. They start to compact in around the tower. In they go, looking for the setup. There's the perfect angle onto the 2. Bursts the Sonic Wave, catches both of them. The Chain Frost will come out in response. Capitalist still alive for now as the stump from Fog and the Reaper Scythe will put an end to the Queen of Pain's life, as that is her gone for 40 seconds. OpenAI moving in onto Fog, pounds forward from the Slug. He's Relatively load the Shrine, going to keep Cap alive against the Battle Hunger damage over time, as OpenAI will lose a second.
You know, this is Cap's third game basically being the 5 position support, being pressured and having to run for his life on the sliver of HP. He's gotten really good at it. That was expert. Got his opponents to spend a lot of time chasing him, gets the Shrine used. Have we even seen that much Shrine usage by the bots?
I don't
see
think
that
they
one
needed
has been used bottom just now.
Oh, I guess,
they're
yeah.
using it.
They
but
did use it then.
they're not. It doesn't seem. I feel like we haven't seen them used that well for team fights. Maybe that's just because the humans haven't crossed the river that often, but maybe something the humans are doing a bit better. Oh, Relic's almost up too. Last hit here for Blitz, and there. That'll be his Relic.
Okay.
Timer's coming up.
It really is. Again, just a quick update. Oh, well, actually, hold on. Let's look towards mid. They do have a sentry down. I know the rookie's here, but two of them not quite enough catch and control, and Slark is here as well. Team Human, do they want to try and take this? That is the question. There they go. The heck set up. Stun as well from Fog. Catches the both of them. Ricky falling low, and he's falling down.
Is under attack.
They'll claim one. Slark able to pounce his way up to the high ground. Does still have Shadow Dance available if they do chase. Malini phase drums now complete. So hitting that good early power spike.
They're definitely going for Blitz here. Great rotation from the Slark, changing targets here. Blitz has got to be careful.
Holding onto the Ghost Shroud. Stick charges will have a Death Pulse as well. Fogged and Malini are here, and in fact, Slark knows he's got to back off. He pops the Shadow Dance and he pounces away. Cannot chase for the kill, but they get the space needed to claim that third tier 1 tower.
He did that so well. It's very easy to see from top down, but Slark almost dies. He goes the right way to stay alive, and he's like, oh, there's this guy top that's at 40% HP. I'll just come from behind, get initiation. If I catch him, he dies. And then they get the tower anyways, even though he didn't get killed in that moment. It was a really good way to spend his time. And in the meantime, what is Sven doing? Just auto-pushing a lane. Cap is trying to slow this down, but it's getting a little scary here. He's got mana, but he's scared to get close.
I mean, he's... Whoa! So favoring taking the tower over his own life there.
I mean...
He fully committed. I mean, he got the tower, so I guess, you know, OpenAI would say that was a success. It cost him his life, so very interesting to see him just willingly give up his life to take that tower.
Yeah, that was something else. Always Blitz saving Moon big time there. That was really close.
Oh! The Sonic Wave into the trees getting Moon before he TP's out. They will kill him off, though. Oh, this one's certainly heating up this game 3.
Yeah, it really is. So either way, the tower still dies bottom, which is important for the bots. They know that's valuable.
Absolutely. In sort of the greater scale, it's very easy to see why OpenAI would value taking a tier 2 at 14 minutes compared to just keeping their Sven alive.
Slark was doing this so well. Just cutting creep waves, running away. They want to push the tower, so he knows that if he just drags the creeps, they have to go with the creeps. Otherwise, it's harder for them to take the tower.
Smart.
With that said, if they learned something from the bots here and brought salves, they would just tank the tower and kill it. But they don't have the same regen. The bots are being so efficient with their farming, and this is really cool to see.
Oh. He's trying to have a bit of a punch at them here, the Slark. He's popped the Shadow Dance. I mean, I don't know if he could take these guys on his own. He does have the Sven with it.
Yeah, being chased here.
They've got the stun, but they'll keep themselves held back, OpenAI. Not wanting to extend too far. As in fact, indeed, top lane. The 3 of them will catch them. Bottom lane, they do find the Hex. Here we go, Team Human closing in on the Sven. Homing missile, holding him down underneath the cooldown. Ben gets in place with the magical damage. They will burst the Sven down.
That's a huge kill. The kill on Blitz is really big too. He's very close to his Radiance, but not quite finished yet. But they will be able to get some space-controlled mid lane. Quap's skill build is what we should expect here. Looks like she's going to be picking up an Orchid eventually, but she maxed out Scream of Pain. Everybody on the Dire side has just been doing a great job being efficient, just constantly getting farm, pushing waves, and offsetting the overall tower and lane advantage that the Radiant team has. It doesn't look like they have a terrible... Like, the position of the game right now is kind of crazy, considering what heroes they started with. This is like a Slark quad lane, and they're actually matching their opponents. It's insane.
See if they get the Slark this time. Can he play his way out of this one? How's he going to do it? He's into the trees. 3 heroes on the hunt for him. Goes straight for the Shadow Dance. Starts to beat into Cap, but it looks like surely there's no escape for OpenAI. Pops the pounce. The stun will find him, and they will get the kill. They get the wraparound. They're able to find the Slark.
This is starting to feel like fishing. Like, you walk up to him. He knows that, oh, I can't lane against this guy. He'll kill me. So
Immediately moving in. They put the God Strength, but he's more set on hitting the creeps than hitting the heroes. Won't head forward, the Sven. That will mean Blitz is able to survive.
Okay, so he stays alive. So So as soon as the Slark sees that his opponent is better than him, he just starts running towards the enemy base to cut the creep wave, basically. And if they do that and set up a trap, they can just constantly pull him into the mouth of the whale, basically.
I do have that sentry down here upon him, but couldn't quite get the finger off in time.
He was casting that. But no dust just yet.
Axe
Dire's
versus
top
Moon
tower
on the
is
Death
under
Prophet.
attack.
Does have backup coming in as Slark is heading down here. They've got the bait. He goes for the call. He just goes for the straight TP out. As soon as he sees that the Gyro's here as well, he's out of there.
Dire's top tower
Baits
is under
Slark in a little bit, but Slark, of course, able to be fine, keeps himself away. They can't quite get the jump on him, but this is going to be another Tier 1 tower taken by
Dire's
Team
top
Human.
tower has fallen.
That was a good one, too. I mean, Blitz has got Treads finished now. He's really high in stat levels. If he gets a tanky item or two and doesn't get bursted at the start of the fights, he's absolutely going to be able to carry for his team. And Gyro's not doing bad either.
Have a quick look at their confidence levels, and it is, you know, it got shaken up quite a bit here as we saw it duck to around the 80% mark by the looks of it.
The percentage confidence level just seems so draft-based. Like, they're able to keep the gold and experience so close, but they still know that they have a big disadvantage, which is very interesting to me. Like, looking at how they played so far, I would normally say, like, they have a crappy draft,
Yep.
and they're keeping it even. That seems like they have a good chance to win, maybe. Oh, Axe blink it away just in time. Very hard for them to catch heroes, but Moon is queuing up a Yule Scepter. He will be able to catch his opponents with that.
Does get eyes here onto the Sven. They can find him. He's duking out the stuns, but the Hex will still get him. They surround him. They've got the Reaper side. Bam! Sven's out of the game for 64 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And with the pushing again, they'll just back up and hold that off. So it just seems like they're outmaneuvering their opponents. That's most likely because their opponents can't actually stabilize and feel comfortable winning these fights. And it's not going to get any better here, because Blitz is going to catapult ahead now that he has Radiance. He needed to be pressured by the enemy team before he finished this, and he got killed once, but I don't know if that's going to be enough here. Slark might get caught too.
Actually, interesting use of the Shadow Dance there. Just pop it. Oh, doesn't make it away there. Tries to abuse sort of the push in there from jumping off the map, but they will still find him with that Hex. They get the Slark once again.
Man, I just want to go like 100 years back in Slark playing games to find all the squirrely times he moved to that spot and tried to leap and just ended up in a terrible position, because he's really good at this. Like, it's almost working.
We see with the Invis, they weren't quite able to find an opportunity to make a play. OpenAI has now expired, but Sonic Wave still there for the Queen of Pain.
Oh, and look at this, Sven's actually jungling right now. They're spreading out the map so well. The heroes that are a little bit safer in the lane will take the creep waves. Sven's getting AFK jungle. Looks very reminiscent of what we see from a typical Sven game. And they're actually grouping up a little bit here.
Fog did find Axe, but the jump in from the Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave. It's not going to be enough damage there. And Fog with the finger actually finishing off the Axe. Ricky jumps in with the silence, the tricks, the trade, but Humans, they've already found both of the kills. They've got the sentry down, stun to follow up. Team Human take all three. Baiting them in there, the Lion. Fog trying to go at it out the Axe. Queen of Pain jumps in aggressively, and it's a mistake too far from OpenAI.
He didn't even have trouble staying alive in that engagement. It was pretty straightforward for Lion, but I guess they really felt like it was important to save Axe. Kind of reminiscent of the previous matches the Humans played.
See down bottom, Slark getting very close to having that Shadow Blade online.
Yeah, we'll see how he uses it compared to the Humans.
Yeah, see if he does sort of really start to prioritize finding pickoffs over the farm once he has that core item. Bottom, Moon trying to start something, but Slark ready to pounce back. He's got the backup of the Queen of Pain. Moon is going to pop the Ghost, and that will force Queen of Pain to blink away. Slark's still alive for now.
I think they might have stayed if he didn't press his ulti, but now that he's pressed his ulti, I think they're happy with that either way.
Top lane, Sven caught out again, was pushing out. Team Human do find him alone, making these sort of plays where they're able to outnumber the OpenAI.
We dodges the bounce.
Does, and in fact, Moon, he's going to be able to take the one. Can he find the Queen of Pain as well? He can! He will die, but he brings them both down with him.
He's got to feel good about that. 2 kills before he goes down. He gets all the experience. He gets tons of gold from his opponents, and his opponents just get gold for Queen of Pain. Really worth it. Fog catches X in the jungle, though. It's a really fast hero at the moment, though.
Dire's top
Should
tower
be more than
is
fine to
under
make it out of
attack.
there. Top lane Blitz Was actually aggressively jungling, feeling very strong now with that plate mail as well. Got a lot of sustainability, and we're going to see Team Human try for the smoke play. Was this ward down around it? So we'll see how well they know. They are going to be able to immediately drop that sentry there. Smart play from the humans. As soon as that smoke was dispelled, they were ready to catch the Riki. Now look towards Slark. Slark getting the Shadow Dance off in time. Pounces away from the cooldown. Still a homing missile inbound. Upon his head, he has got the Shadow Amulet. He's trying to use it to safely move away, but a sentry is placed down. They'll continue to chase. Can he keep himself alive with the Shadow Amulet? He cannot. Another sentry placed by Team Human. And oh! Below 1%. That's pretty low, Kevin.
That's really low. I mean, it's really hard to win at this point. They would basically have to, I don't know, use their heroes to gank, but I don't know if they know how to gank very well so far. They know how to like move from lane to lane, but
they're crumbly.
They have to protect their opponent's player patterns basically, and be there with the right heroes to make that happen. And the heroes they can use are Axe. Axe is super good at that. He's got a blink, he's got a blade mail. He needs to find some of these heroes, and they need to jump on him with Axe and get some damage follow-up.
I have to bet this could be some sort of next level mind games though from OpenAI. We've seen it in pubs, you know, someone has a bad lane, they call GG, we're not going to defend, but then they do, they go all out. And I think that's what we could be seeing here. You know, OpenAI is going to step it up to another level. But until that point, this Sven's going to continue to die as he's caught out. Another Reaper Scythe kill from Blitz will knock Sven out of the game for 70 seconds.
Like, it seems like they don't know how to stabilize at this point. They're kind of running at heroes to go for kills, but they're not. Their ability to group and smoke and then do a coordinated gank seems a little weak. Like, they're kind of looking like they're doing it right now. They're heroes, and they've got items coming out, but this is all salves and TPs.
And they will find Fob straight away with that Orchid pickup from the Queen of Pain. They have the silence required to allow the rest of the team to close in and get the kill.
So that was ward base that they spotted that hero. It seems like they have to know, it kind of seems like they have to visualize their hero to know when to go for those.
They go in aggressively for the call, and Pounce will not hit. So Ben can keep his distance. In fact, he's starting to turn things around. If the Sonic Wave comes out for the Queen of Pain, but she's getting blasted by that Lich. She just blink out to the side, but Moon's there with the right clicks. As OpenAI overextending. See if Slark can get out. He should be okay to still have the Pounce. And Moon and Cap not quite enough to control to hold him down, but now an 11k advantage for Team Human here in this game 3.
They got some kills out of it, but not that many. It's still no Shadowblade on Slark. Like he's, I would say, as close as he was to Shadowblade this whole time, he's not really spent his time on what I think he should have, which I feel like he should have just done some AFK farming until he's got Shadowblade finished, period. But he's kind of... He's being pressured out of lane consistently. He shows up to a lane, and instantly the humans just go there and make him leave.
I mean, let's see how he reacts to this. There's 3 heroes in his lane. He is going to show himself.
Like, a normal player would just hide in the trees and TP somewhere else. Be like, I can't farm there. Time to go farm somebody else. But they're actually just corralling him. I feel like this is kind of abuse of his logic here.
They've got him.
He knows he needs to stay there and split push. He's thinking about towers too much, I think. That's what it feels like. Like, their behavior feels so much like they're playing around the previous meta when they need to learn to play a different way.
Another kill for Malini. Finding the Riki there with the help of the sentry. Pain blinking away. They do get the call, but the Ghost Shroud was out in time. They do have Magical Burst. Doesn't actually get the Scream onto Blitz, so Blitz will be fine. Turns with the Reaper side, and with the Rocket Barrage chase down, they bring the Queen of Pain low. She immediately blinks, goes for the TP. She doesn't make it though. Bends in with a final touch. And at the moment, 4 sitting on the sidelines for OpenAI. So only the Sven alive as he continues to go for these God Strength split pushes.
He's got a TP or something. That's the only way he gets out here. Or he could just run to the enemy fountain and die there. That works too.
He's trying to hide.
I mean, he's wasting too much time. He's bought so much, like, the homing missile is already there. If he TPs right away, he's fine. I think they're in unknown territory. Same thing happened. Look, Fog just corralling the Slark, put him in the trees, then he sits there because he doesn't feel safe. He should be TPing mid right now, push that creep wave, or TPing top bounty rune and farming the enemy jungle, or his jungle. But they're just always focused on creep waves. I think they're thinking a little bit too much about the pushing still.
Invisibility?
Jump in. Silence from Moon. Do have Fog coming in. He's looking to try and close the gap. Doesn't find the stun. Slark trying to stay hidden. As soon as he knows that he's been found, he'll pop the Shadow Dance. He's got the Dart Pack, but there's the Hex to follow up. As he's got the Shadow Amulet. That's actually, it's fooled them. But he's still taking damage here from the Ghost. But again, the Shadow Amulet, These two, they don't have detection. Fogged and Moon do not have detection, and he's safely surrounded by trees now.
Yep.
He's going to have to wait a little bit. TP's going to be back there in 15 seconds. Does continue to pounce and push himself further away from Team Human, but he should be fine here.
I don't even think this matters that much. I mean, as long as the other heroes are fairly efficient pushing the map. Oh, he's actually
Nice.
he's taking the damage now. He's trying to salve through it. It's not working. He's very confused.
He is.
But it ran out.
Okay, he's going to start to regen up again.
Maybe we should come back. Yeah, I mean, he brought himself a teleport. Oh,
Oh, and he's out. Oh, no, he's not. There's the jump. Fox ready with the Hex. They've found the Slug. He's not getting home tonight.
see, they have a lot of experience finding heroes that are shadow emulated on the map from playing pubs. And we're really finding a lot of cracks now where they're doing bizarre things. Like, same thing. Slark gets in the trees there, TP away, go somewhere else. But instead, he's sticking around. He's spending salves when he shouldn't. Their playstyle on paper looks really abusable right now. I genuinely believe the humans are really close game 1 and game 2. Just they needed to win like maybe one more team fight, but they didn't quite get there.
Let's play there with the solid. Oh, mid. Moon tries to go in, but immediately the counter player is there. They've got the call. He did get the Siphon out. Is it enough to keep him alive with the Yule Scepter? He's going to dodge the Sonic Wave. The Sonic Wave whiffed. He will still fall. But now the rest of Team Human coming in for the counter kills. They'll find one. Queen of Pain able to TP out. They do still have the Ricky in the midst of this as well. They've got the slow from the Shiva's Guard. They're dropping the sentries. They've got the vision. 3 dead again on OpenAI.
So, still no Shadow Blade. Still buying Observer Wards. Still buying salves. They do not know how to play Slark. That is really clear. Like, ganking is a huge lacking in their knowledge right now.
And one thing, of course, I mean, obviously a lot of things we haven't been able to see today. We're going to see as well how they sort of utilize buybacking at a point in this game, aren't we, Kevin?
I suppose we will, yeah. I mean, they're not getting that many. They still have good levels because they're pushing lanes pretty well. Same thing, corralling the Slark. He really likes this place on the map.
Looking for this gank here onto the Queen of Pain. Team Human looking to set up. Whoa. Oh, they're actually looking to try and fight themselves. Goes for the...
That was from Slark.
Yeah, Slark actually shadow amuleting his teammate, but again, Team Human playing on form with the Sentry Wars. But if they didn't, that's pretty awesome to see. Slark utilizing the shadow amulet to not only keep himself alive, but his allies, or at least an attempt to do so.
And he does the same thing. Goes and cuts a creep wave, knowing that his opponents are stronger than him. I would like it if he would buy a Shadow Blade. He's got the money. He hasn't yet. Someday he'll do it. Like every hero on their team is doing the same thing. Run past creep waves, make them chase you, and try to kill them. But the problem is Ricky can't kill them. Slark can. But they gotta protect this creep. Yep, there's the heal.
And there's the buybacks. Now Queen of Pain coming straight in as soon as that tier 3 was threatened. But they should get away with this Team Humans. It was a buyback and not go anywhere near the defense. They just let this one go. They know that they can't stop this. So Team Human getting the racks here at 29 minutes. They're a little slower than the pace that OpenAI were in game 1 and game 2, but game 3, Team Human are doing.
It blinks right into the axe claw here.
The blade mail out, but there's way too much damage to withstand. They'll punish him for the split mid lane. Blitz actually playing on his own here, feeling confident going in. There's the stun. They've got the tricks of trade and the burst. Can they kill him off? They can. OpenAI will take Blitz out of the game, and he was 23 levels in. So he's out for 85 seconds. Fog trying to find the catch onto the Sven, has the Hex into the stun. Moon coming as well. The Veil into the finger. He'll turn, he'll stun, he'll try and lifesteal his way back up, but there's no chance with the Spirit Vessel on him, reducing that regen. Second one is found.
I really like the jump pickup on Fogged here. It's going to allow them to destroy all the wards in whatever weird places they're at. And then when their opponents have less than perfect information, they're just going to completely crumble. They're not going to know where to go.
Especially the way that we're seeing OpenAI utilize wards as well. It pretty much all the time just drops them down on the floor.
Tower is under attack.
See if they can get this one. And surround him. Sonic Wave on point this time. He'll try and keep himself alive with the Spirit Siphon, actually turning towards the Slav, but the Shadow Dance is there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Starting to punch back a little bit, OpenAI, despite being 22,000 net worth behind.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So in that moment, they had a lot of heroes in the enemy jungle. They kind of were moving back and forth, trying to figure out where to go. But they got a kill. A hero came along, and they knew how to execute it.
I think
so
the Slark's broken. He's brought stuff. He's brought stuff. He spent his money. He had 3,200 gold saved up. Has now picked up the Shadow Blade.
I mean, it wasn't like he was saving a buyback. He actually just waited forever to get his items there. Bit interesting. He went for a lifesteal. I think it's a little atypical. Usually I feel like I see a lot of Slarks go attack speed, but They like it.
Mid lane, OpenAI finds Capitalist. It really felt like, that was what, 85 seconds? When Necro was dead, and they made the most of that time.
All right, what's that win probability right now? That's 2 good kills. Oh, they're back in it.
Okay, so they're holding on to the 1% here, OpenAI. They're still sitting at that below 1%. Also the blink. So they're not very confident, but they're, you know, they're not giving up, Kev.
That was a good one.
Stops the Reaper Scythe coming out. So no lockdown for the Queen of Pain. She's able to get away. Ben very close to having his butterfly done on the gyrocopter. He is absolutely massive. I mean, both him and, of course, Blitz, as we can see sailing away at the top of the net worth there. The heroes with twice the value of that of OpenAI's best cause at the moment. Stun into the Hex. They've caught the Slark out. Quick burst from Fogged.
Axe is actually just tanking this tower. It's got backdoor protection. He doesn't know that. And as soon as they see the Lich, he gets out. So another sub wasted entirely, but maybe they can go Blitz. Yeah, they'll collapse on this.
He has got an Eon disc. There's the jump. They'll go on the side, they get the silence, the Sonic Wave, they come in everything to find the Lich, and they will get the kill. They'll get Capitalist. The rest of Team Human, though, coming in with a wraparound. Moon blinking in with that Death Prophet ultimate. Can't quite find the control onto the Queen of Pain. She's able to blink away. If they can make sure that they can keep themselves out of distance, this is a pretty good win for them here. They do lose the Riki, but it's the Ghost expended. So OpenAI will take that. Oh, I say that, but they hang around. But a bit of a misplay there from the Humans. They use and Reapers at the same time. Doesn't matter, though. They still get the kill at the end of the day. And these guys, maybe seeing if they can join teams, swap sides.
I mean, they're very confused at this point. They kind of know, they have no idea what to do. This is very, they know they want to hit creeps, and they want to push the creeps towards the enemy base, but they miss the creep wave, so now they just stand around and hit the tower.
Oh, he was not looking there, Fog. He was sleeping. He was not looking at the fact that that man was running past him. So, there we go, the blaming coming out from Team Humans. And Sven will be allowed to run away. Axe is still, the blink, it's not going to save him. They've got the Yule Scepter to cancel the TP, as they will manage to catch out the Axe. But it really just seemed that OpenAI just puts everything in the basket, just keeping the attention away from their base. They're literally just diving the high ground in any attempt to pull Team Human away from pushing their base once more.
Which is understandable. You do have to do some element of pushing. Like Slark right now pushing the top lane is great, but you want to do that when your opponents are going to go mid, and then you have somebody push bottom a little bit, and then ideally one of their heroes are going to go back to defend, and that's when you collapse and get a kill. And they've done this a little bit, but I think they've been a little bit all in on pushing. Still a very hard game though. The hero matchup is really tough for him. Maybe they kill Gyro, but he's got BKB.
Team Human on the verge of taking a second set of racks here. As indeed we still have the split plays coming out from OpenAI, not wanting to take a 5v5, as they know that there is a severe sort of lead in terms of strength that the Humans have at the moment as they find Axe outside. That is Axe. That's a dieback from OpenAI. That's Axe gone for 80 seconds. Stun from Fog won't connect. He finds the Hex and the Finger. Spirit Vessel and Missile flying in onto the Riki. No escape for him.
Buyback. That was a rage buyback for sure. Built on Urn on Riki, interesting. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's definitely feeding. Report that guy.
I mean, they're going for the base now, Team Human. They've found the setup 35 minutes in. They've taken 2 sets of racks. How are OpenAI going to react to this one? Slark still trying his best to push onwards. So is the Sven and the Queen of Pain. But their base in trouble. The tier 4 getting taken down here. Fortification was used, but surely will not be enough to save OpenAI here in this game 3. As they're taking it home, Team Human will be able to find a victory.